To be out of the house for a presentation for the outdoor screen. I'm going to one of the guys' backyard. I'm going to be sitting up out there. We're going to have that technology we have in the living room outside today. Okay, so following back on this, because I had people ask me to follow back on this. Gee whiz, you've got to be kidding. This is supposed to be us at the end of the day. This is nasty. I was looking at this. What is this mess right here? Why is it so gritty and dirty here? And literally it's hot spotting right here. I know this video. This is not supposed to be this color. How do you call yourself? This is the problem, people. This is a big problem. This is what happens when you have people who develop products that are washed out, poor color, poor contrast. They actually do not know a good screen when they see one. That is an absolute horrible display of trying to make our products. On top of that, the entire demonstration's in the dark. This is ambient light rejection black technology. It can be used in a fully lit environment with no problem whatsoever. I don't get that right there. I really don't get that. Where are you coming off saying in the end that is our product? Again, remind you, again, like I said, this is an individual that we gave permission to try to make our products. I'm going to follow back on this because we're still waiting for part 3, which we haven't even seen yet. Clearly, it's dirty. It's extremely dirty, and I'll show you why. Also, too, on top of that, there is hot spotting going on the screen. How in the freak did you get the screen to hot spot? You guys don't know what you're doing. I don't even know. It's even, look at this right here. Look at this. Sorry. It is so dirty on this side. Right here. That is absolutely dirty. And then it's hot spotting where it's discoloration is going completely here. And then over here, it's even dirtier right here. What in the world did you mix together? Because that is absolutely nasty. Very, very nasty. And then we have hot spots on the screen. And then the entire demonstration was done in the dark. Now, here's the problem we have here. When I talk about trying to make multiple mixes. Where is the ingredients on making this? Because down here, in the bottom of his description page, he says it's a do-it-yourself mix, but yet I don't see any ingredients down there. There's no ingredients. There's nothing there. If you go over to the first video, where is it at? We just had it on here. Here we go. The first video, click on the bottom. There's still no ingredients that he posted how to make it. There's nothing there. I went 2 shades up on the black. Hopefully you guys can test it out. 2 shades on the black. You actually made gray again. So you literally had to go 2 shades up to make it darker. And we literally made it black and it didn't match. Oh, the people we do business with saw the demonstrations and they couldn't stop laughing. So bottom line is, you went 2 shades up, and you still didn't reach black. This is actually gray. This is the actual video right here. You can't remove it from the channel because we caught him trying to remove the first one. He got caught and he got put on blast. Oh, great. 2 more controls right next to each other. That's real nice. So right now, that's it. OLED 4K demonstrations. Horrible job. Absolutely horrible job. And again, rollers are coming up gray. So that means literally you made a gray screen paint. Well, I got to go past Home Depot today too. I'm going to let my buddies drive me past. So I got to pick up a few things from there. So you actually made gray paint. That's actually gray. A dark gray. That's what you made. So rollers don't lie. Rollers tell the truth exactly what color they are when you're painting. So we made the first one, which basically was supposed to be white paint, silver paint, and black paint. And water, which we still don't know what the water is for because he really never truly explained what the water was used for in any of the demonstrations. Let me see what we have here. I don't know what that nastiness is at the bottom, but apparently your screen's definitely hot spotting. We definitely see that. It's definitely hot spotting. I don't know if people are doing a good job correctly. This is why you have such poor products. You don't do jobs correctly. That is absolutely awful. Seriously, hot spotting on the screen. Yeah, and we use 5,000 lumen projectors over here. For the count, matter of fact, I'm on a 4,000 right now. Because we're just doing this breakdown. I want to do this breakdown video because again, but do we have the other one? Do we have the other one? I think the other one is on the other video too. I do want to go back to that one spot there. We're looking for the third video and can't find it. So there is no third where you try to make it the third time. No third at all, period. Wow, you guys are pretty sad. You guys are trying your hardest to make our product. This is pretty sad. Oh, here's another one right here. This is from Solid V-VIII. Mine. Why do y'all guys keep adding white paint into it? White paint doesn't work. My goodness, unbelievable. This is supposed to be our product again. Again, I can't explain this enough. If you don't have my actual product laying against it, you don't know the reaction. We went through this with Jamie already. We literally made a black paint online. Literally. And thank you. Now we know who Noor is. Noor, by the way, Solid V-VIII. I do have your address, by the way. We do have it. I got it a couple of days ago from the investigator. So guess what? We'll be paying you a visit real soon. Not because of this, it's because of what you did, a fake unboxing on my product on live and got busted. So we will be paying you a visit. You'll be going to court this summer. Now, this mess right here, again, like I said, I can make black paint all day long. Unless you have my product to do the comparison, this is nothing. But I'll make this with no problem. And why are you guys sitting in the dark? You do know this is ambient light rejection technology. If your product worked as you claimed it did, you wouldn't be sitting in the dark. Why are you all in the dark? This is ambient light rejection. So what is this product supposed to be? Let me see. Well, that's a big mistake right there. I can tell that from the door. Oh, same mess. And silver? Really? You guys are working with... Oh, gee whiz. Yeah, this is easy. Did he post his ingredients? Oh, where's the ingredients? How come you guys don't post ingredients on the bottom? You just write everything down? Where's the ingredients at? Well, we can make it right from here. So he has silver, he has white, and he has acrylic. That doesn't make any sense at all, period. We got to embarrass the daylights out of you guys. And this is supposed to be, I guess, with black paint. Does he even make it? No, he doesn't make it. Oh my goodness, you guys have no idea what you're doing. We just went through this with the other fellow. You do not put white paint in it, it damages, and you can't put silver in it because it damages. And now this one's actually putting acrylic in it. You guys are in here making a mess. There's no demonstrations right here at the bottom. There's nothing here showing you how to make the product. No instructions, nothing. Just this. First things first, let's get back to Jamie over here. That's a mess right there. That is definitely going to jack someone's screen up. This is why you have to make sure that products are properly tested. You guys call yourself trying to make myself, you're that desperate today. That's why he was so triggered. This is why we were receiving all those messages from him, because he was upset and triggered. That area is a mess. Why is your apartment such a mess? I'm glad we had these videos here. I'm going to be dubbing these for court. This is good to know that you've actually been going in and trying to doing our product to make it look like they're dark. That's paint at the end of the day. We can definitely tell that's paint. We test our products against paint every single day. So we know that's paint. But that's good to know. I'm going to make a copy of this video right here for court. Definitely. This is perfect. This is exactly what we need, and it's perfect. That you've been actually mixing black paint and claiming it to be our product. Definitely going to sue. This is for me, that $1 million lawsuit we got coming up. So we'll definitely be making a copy of this one right here. So it's 2 months ago. Perfect. Let's look into this mess right here. So there's no third video. He never made a third video because he can't make the product. This is the first one right here that he called himself making our product. And again, never explained what the water is for. Yeah, I am on this.
It's on you. Okay, so the tone that I'm going to use, the color tone that I'm going to be using is this. This is one of the color tones that
so it's white paint.
So this is the color tone that I'm going to
And this is where he's supposed to be making our product. 100%.
So I might as well just use this, mess with it, and make it a little bit better. Okay? All right. So
you're going to make our product a little bit better by using this. Okay?
So again, this is what I'm going to be using. Okay? As my main base. All right? Okay, so this is like around $6. You could get one of these samples for around $6. After that, it gets a little bit more pricier, because if you want to get some PPG metallic.
Actually, honestly, to tell you the truth, you can actually buy silver Metallica paint for like around $7. You can get it for $6. You can get it for 99 cents. If he's only using 1 ounce of it, why in the world would you sit there and spend $25 to use 1 ounce of paint? PPG is just silver-based Metallica paint. There's nothing more, nothing less. There's nothing special about it. You can do the same thing with any other Metallica paint at $7. That's it. So basically, the fact that he has a container that large sitting around to do only 1 ounce of paint clearly shows he's been using this in his product, because there's no other point to buy that much paint to begin with. You can get it in hobby paint for like $7 on Amazon for cheap, and it does the exact same thing.
Like right here, I use all this for all my 3D printings and stuff like that. So mix the water first with the
and the water doesn't explain what the water is for.
The color tone that I'm going to be using is this. This is one of the color tones that there it goes. So this is the color tone that I'm going to be using today. All right, I had this in hand, so I might as well just use this, mess with it, and make it a little bit better. Okay. All right. So again, this is what I'm going to be using. Okay, as my main base. All right. Okay, so this is like around $6. You could get one of these samples for around $6. After that, it gets a little bit more pricier, because if you want to get some PPG metallic right here, I use all this for all my 3D printings and stuff like that.
We know we're using PPG in this paint, because again, you can buy any form of Metallica silver anywhere at any hobby shop for 99 cents to $7. So you really don't have to spend that kind of money for silver. I'll show you today. We'll pick up some basic silver for like $7, probably like for like $5 or 99 cents. You go to any Joann's, you can get a Metallica silver. You don't have to buy the PPG. As a matter of fact, you can get better high grade versions of silver.
When I spray them and all that stuff, but PPG metallic, you could get it in a quart, all right? But now that I'm
Of course, $25 here in Philadelphia. I don't know what it is in California. It's a little more expensive because California is expensive, a very expensive area.
A lot. Like this, this 3D print is for a customer. I still have to clean it up, but I don't know if you guys know about anime a lot, but this is going to be a Chainsaw Man mask, right? So they all connect together. Well, it's going to be a big chainsaw. So I got to spray it, and it's easier for me than, painting it by hand and all this. So I just spray it. So that's the reason I have that. PPG, gallon, and all that good stuff. So after that, I'm going to be probably doing 1 ounce of that metallic PPG and 1 ounce of water. Not a lot.
Now, like I said, the fact that he's saying that he uses the PPG to spray for his printing equipment, again, no one uses silver for spraying models. They use basically a flat primer. That's what they use, but not that. That's actually used in his product. And again, who buys freaking all that paint to begin with for just 1 ounce? That's actually used in his product.
A lot of water. You could add more water. I'm just gonna use that because of what it is. All right. Can you guys
of what it is, which he doesn't know what the water is for. He really doesn't know. So basically, mixing all this up, he actually ended up making a gray paint. So if you look here,
I usually use a quarter nap roller. This is just something I bought from the 99-cent store because I wasn't going to use a good roller.
I'm pretty sure we all know colors at the end of the day. We know the difference between gray and black. That is definitely not black. So if you call yourself making our black products at the end of the day, at least the roller needs to be black and this should be black. Literally all these objects right here that are showing off black, even the 3D printer back there, the screen's not matching it because the screen is basically gray. So basically you got on camera, you made gray paint. I explained that any silver or any form of silver, any form of white into the product is going to automatically turn it gray. That's definitely going to happen. For them, some people are saying, why are you going back to this video? Oh, we're definitely going back to this video. If someone's going to go out there and claim to make my product, the problem we have here is that when people claim to try to make our products, get that out of here. When people claim to try to make our products, and we bust them on it, then they don't want to hear any more about it. Then they want to say, oh, stop going back to the video. No. You put yourself out there. We're going back to the video. Because if anyone's going to sit there and try to say they try to make my product, I am basically going to put you on blast. So this was posted just about on all different forum sites so people can see this mess. So your rollers came up completely gray. That's what they came up gray in the demonstration. But you claim that you made a black screen paint right here. Now, this is part 1. And part 2, when we switch over to part 2, this is part 2. In part 2, he
what
shows
hydrates
off
better than the #1 hyaluronic acid moisturizer? Plumping water cream from L'Oreal Paris.
All right. So in part 2, he shows off the stick he used to stir the product and says that it's gray or gunmetal. Our product is not gray and gunmetal, it's black. So when you came on camera, you were supposed to be making out of the ingredients that you had posted, as in what color our product was supposed to be, and it's supposed to be black. That's why it's called Black Series Edition. That's the name of the product, because it's black. Because you couldn't make it, then you try to label our product as it has to be gunmetal. No, it's an actual black screen. So let's go over here and let's look at the demonstration. He tells what the water is for. He says it's used to thin out the acrylic paint because it's impossible to paint. I have a professional painter as a friend. He can clearly tell you that's a lie. All right, so let me show you here as he's mixing the product.
This free mix, and
And the reason why he's mixing it for so long, because it won't blend to black. If you look at the container right inside, you can clearly see it's gray. He has a gray product, a dark gray product on his hands. If that product was black, that means anything in the environment that was black would blend right into it with no problem, which he has a problem trying to produce that. The stick, this is from the first video where he claims he's made a black product. Well, here he says it's gray.
Middle. Look at this one. So it's a darker. The difference. Look, even when I put it, see how dark it is now? It's a shade darker than this. You see how grayish it kind of looks here?
Now you said that's gray. Isn't that the stick that you used in the last demonstration when you claimed you're making our product and you said it was black? Now it's gray. We told you it was gray. You can clearly look at the rollers and see the product that's kind of looking gray. I don't know how people don't know the difference between black and gray. It's very easy to look at and see which one's which. Now the product you have here is actually a darker gray because you removed the white. And your ingredients, the white is no longer here. The white is gone. Now you just have silver, black, and water. And you use the excuse that water, which you didn't explain in the first video, you said of what it is, because you didn't know what it was for. Now in this video, you change it up and you say it's used to basically, I guess, weaken the paint. So basically it allows it to roll better. Yeah, that's a lie. No, I'm going to go pick up acrylic and paint today for a demonstration. So I know when I buy this, the sales clerk is not going to sit there and say, oh, add water to it because it rolls it on better. No, because this stuff is too thick. That's a lie. So anyway, these are the three ingredients he has left. This right here with the water and all this is just going to make it darker. That's all it's going to do. So this is why it took so long for him to stir the paint in, because again, he was trying to figure out how to make it darker. If you look at the rollers tell the story. He's still coming up gray. And if you can't tell the difference between this being gray and black, you definitely should not be driving a car. See, rollers are gray, not black. So let me show you here in our demonstration. I was watching a movie yesterday. Come back here to our demonstrations. Pause that for a minute. Let's go put in how I dig my videos. I just go 180 inch outside, black screen. That's us. We automatically pop up. All I can do is punch that in.
Around 657.
I don't even got to put my name in, just that basically pulls me right up. All right, so we did some live stream, right? We did a live stream. All right, let me see where we are at. Just here we go.
We doing out there.
So for those of you who do not know the difference between the color of black and gray, what color is that? I literally would love to check some of your eyesight someday. Some of y'all should not be driving right now. What color is that? That's black. That's the color of black. That's the screen paint that I painted yesterday for the customers who I just shipped out to. That's their product. That's the one that popped up on the screen and dried in front of everybody, showed all those beautiful colors. That's also the same screen that we coated with the black stuff they couldn't pull up off the screen. Same screen. But what color is that? Because I literally have to go on camera and I have to treat people like, well, not the naysayers, like they're complete idiots. You see the color of my water gun over here? You see how dark gray it is? That's 2 shades of dark gray. It's here and here. That's literally what he made in the demonstration. When I put this against my paint, it doesn't match. You know why? That's gray. That's black. Gee whiz. Literally. I have no idea where some of these people have gotten education at the end of the day. Can't tell the difference. That actually is black paper. Do you believe that? That's black paper. You do know I'm going to ridicule y'all on this, right? Even though that's over and done with, but we're not going to let this go. There's nowhere in the world we're letting this go. We're definitely going to ridicule you. Part 3, can't find it. He never did part 3. You know why? Because he ran out of resources. He can't go and get anything else. I told you what happened. He ran out of resources. Now, keep in mind, Jamie, when you called yourself making my product, the ingredients that you had on the table, you claimed that those particular ingredients was how my product was made. It's interesting how you started taking away from it, because the first time you put white in it and it made the screen literally gray, and you knew you messed up. Your rollers came up gray. So now in the second attempt, you come in and you turn around and you take out and you only use the silver, because you figure with the silver in it, it's going to be with the silver in it, it's going to be darker, right? You're not going to really mess up the levels of black levels. But guess what? You did again. You can't add any silver. You can't add any white into it. Now, Silent Wake 5 called himself making a product. Oh, we will be making that today, by the way, just to let you know. So you're going to get the same embarrassment he just got. It's going to be pretty bad for you. I told you, anybody decides to make this stuff, we'll throw it against our screen. We literally didn't add any silver. We didn't add any white. We used a high fluorescent glitter, and we still couldn't match the screen. If you add in an ounce of white or silver into that product, what's going to happen is your contrast levels are not only going to drop, but you still can't maintain a high enough white level to match the technology. It won't work. We know. That's why we have something called that black versus black. You see how many tests are in the black versus black? And one of those demonstrations, we literally make 4 different versions of dark mixes to put against our product, and none of them matched. We did this like what? Almost like 4 or 5 years ago. And you guys are just now doing these demonstrations. But hey, I do enjoy embarrass people. My investors are coming down today. So we're going out today. We're going to do the demonstration in the backyard with the new technology shelf yesterday. And I'll be popping over to Home Depot to pick up the products that I think Nor, that's what you call yourself now. How come you guys aren't men at the end of the day? I mean, I can put my name down with no problem. You guys have to hide behind your different YouTube channel names. But anyway, we're actually going to make that stuff. And also, too, revisit the fake unboxings under Silent Wake 5, who got caught with a fake email, fake packaging, fake unboxing, and try to remove the videos off the site. Dude, I got your address. We know exactly where you live at. At the end of the year, I'll be filing a $1 million lawsuit against you for basically committing fraud against my company for doing a fake unboxing on YouTube and continuing to spread lies that my product came up black and not what it was designed to do. 1 million, that's the starting point. It's 1 million. It could go much higher than that. It's up to the attorneys. But we'll be paying you a visit real soon. We already posted one address. What, did you need me to post yours? Well, I don't think you want that. Danny, you're next. Investigators really close on getting your information. They're actually digging through all your financial files and everything, tax returns, payments on your house, all that stuff. They're digging through everything. So you'll be next. I told you at the end of the year, I'm going to have these jokers all wrapped up and ready to go, and me and my investors can move forth. All right, so this product right here, wait, Black Series, the third. Yeah, we asked them a third time to make it. This is what black looks like, because they get confused and they think for some reason this is supposed to be gray. Now, let me show you again. This is black. That's gray. See the difference? There you go. We have to tell them that because literally they're that stupid. They're literally that stupid. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about the sheep. We see them in the comment section talking. They're that stupid. They don't know the difference between gray and black. We're going to take 2 pictures. This one right here, a screenshot, and another screenshot, and we're going to post them on the website and see if people know the difference between black. Because the rollers tell the whole truth. Gee whiz. It's really, really dumb. You see that tool back there? That's black. You see that right there, that black paint in there? You see that black right there? Does that look like this right here? And look at the rollers. The rollers are gray, not black. Gee whiz. He said the exact same thing in the first video. He said he was making black paint and then turned around on the stick he was using to stir it, turns on and says, oh, this is gray. But I thought you were making black paint in the first video. So how does it turn gray?
Way darker than this. You see how grayish it kind of looks here, like gunmetal? Look at this one.
Grayish. Our product's not grayish. It's black. I don't even know where you even got that from. So that's the first fail. This right here is the second fail. So now with this product right here, he called himself making, he put silver, black, and water. His excuse for the water, because in the last demonstration, he really couldn't tell you what the water was for. It's from whatever it was, but he couldn't tell you what it was for. This time around, he has an excuse of what the water is for. And he says it's used as a form to add and to weaken the acrylic because it's too thick to paint. Would you like to have a conversation with my friend? He's a professional certified bonded painter. He'll even get on camera and say at the end of the day, he uses all forms of basically equipment. He's licensed and bonded. He's legit. And he'll tell you at the end of the day that no, you cannot paint an apartment 8 units in 2 hours, which he was in the room laughing about. He couldn't stop laughing. Who the freak is stupid enough to say that? We showed in the video. He called you something else, but I'm not going to repeat it on camera, but it was pretty hilarious what he called you, but we're not going to tell you what he called you. But anyway, he said, no, that's virtually impossible. Everything you just said was virtually impossible. That's why I said you guys lie on camera. But yeah, you came up with a great product. All right, so let's get out of here and let's look at, is there a third video? No, there isn't a third video, because the reason why there's no third video and will not be a third video because Jamie could never make the product. The first time he came in there with the ingredients as he claimed this is how the product was made, with the white, the silver, the water, the black. Second demonstration, he completely took the white out because again, it was setting the balance off. It was making it completely gray. And that's why he said, I got it darker. Of course you got it darker. You remove the white. That's why it's darker. You put it in silver. But still came up with a silver product. That's why he was sitting there staring for so long, because he was trying to convert it to black, but it wasn't going to do it. It was still dark gray. Now, after we go in, and because we get tired of seeing him failing on camera, we literally make the product black. The rollers come up black, everything's black. I got a dark gray water gun in there. I show you that it's actually black. This is sad. It's really sad. It's the reason why I'm going to be moving for offline permanently. It's so sad that I literally have to get on camera and explain to adults at the end of the day colors that they clearly should have known since kindergarten. If you are that dumb that you don't know the difference between gray and black, and I'm on here, I got to explain this to you, this is why I don't want to be online. Offline, people, for some reason, just seem to be a little bit more smarter. I don't know what it is, but they just are. You can literally say, look, and they can pick out which is which. You can show them 2 paints that actually, oh, these both match. But for some reason, for online, I don't know what I don't know if this is killing people's brain cells or what's going on. But how do you not know this? Literally, you go to school for this and you don't know this. This guy literally didn't even know exactly how many quarts went into a gallon. And you literally learned this in school. But let me show you this right here. So, there is no third. It isn't there. I told you couldn't make a third. We told you this. The reason why, as I said, he exhausted his resources. After removing the white, the only thing he had was silver, water, and black paint. So since that failed, where else can he go? The only thing he has left is water and black paint. And we made a better version of it. We made it actual black, but the high grade silver, and it still failed. So if we gave him a third chance, where is he going to go? What is he going to use? He hasn't. If he goes and gets something else and adds it to it, that means that's a stab in the dark. And if that fails, that comes off even worse. I told you we know Jamie. Jamie tries to make attempts, and when he fails miserably at these attempts, he will not try them again, in fear that he will fail again. This is why I tell you, you will never see him do a demonstration against gray paint ever again. You will never see this. Because what he went through with the network grade 773, and what he went through on camera, he will never do this again. He will never go through that experience ever again. He doesn't care at the end of the day. You could sue him from sun up to sundown. He will not go near that demonstration ever again. He will never make that product ever again, due to the fact that he failed twice. Can you imagine how embarrassing that would be if he went back and had to get other resources to try to make the product and fail again? Yeah, because in his mind, whatever he had on that table that day, he figured that this is what it is and how he makes it. And he failed at it. So now he doesn't even have confidence to come in a third time. I'll give you 6 times to make it. He still can't come in and do it. And just to prove he can't come in and do it, the next couple of days, I'm going to request it over and over and over again and number how many requests we give him to make it the 3rd, 4th, and 5th time with our permission. And I guarantee he doesn't make it. I know this guy all too well. So that we don't see a part 3. Now, this is another part which we find interesting. Here, this is the video that went missing.
If we switch our insurance to NJM.
It disappeared. Yeah. So I'm going to show you something really interesting. We'll pause this. We don't need this. At the bottom of the page, he has the ingredients on how it's made. Mind you, this is the first one. This is the one he shows you on the steering stick that came up gray. So you can't tell people that this is how our product is made if you just announce in part 2 that the product is gray. Our product's not gray, it's black. So you just showed your customers how to make to make a gray product. That's it, not black at all. But this is the ingredients he has here. This is how he says how it's made, right? Now remember, in part 2, he removed the 6 ounces of the Dynasty white paint. He removed it out altogether. So if this is how it's made, how come in part 2, the white paint isn't there anymore, it's actually removed? So that shows in part 2, that's a desperate attempt to try to make the product to get it to work. If you notice in part 2, you will notice here, we pause it, there is no ingredients at the bottom. Where's the ingredients at? If part 1 is supposed to be the final ingredients, and you see here in part 2 trying to do it again, then part 1 can't be the final. That's basic common sense. So where's the ingredients, how to make this one? Of course, he has it right here. And this one came up gray. Now, let's check out the other one he just did. This is the other one he did 2 weeks ago, and this one. And this one, where he calls himself making a demonstration, making the product. The entire time, the demonstration is done in the dark. This is an ambient light rejection technology. You should be able to pull up in a fully lit environment. And you keep doing these small little screens. How come you don't do a great big screen with this? 100-inch to 120. All right. The reason why they do the smaller screens is because you can easily compress the image, and this will give you a sharper and brighter image. But the problem we have here too, also, it will cause the screen to hotspot if it's not done correctly.
And I guarantee you'll save hundreds on a black paint mix. Okay.
Now, where is the ingredients at? Nowhere to be found. You know why? Because the ingredients he claims how he made the product is actually in the first video. But in the first video, he said the product was black, but now in the second video, and on the paint stick, it's gray, not black. So he has to make another version that's darker. So the first ingredients is a fail. You guys are absolutely not smart at the end of the day. This is the reason why you guys don't make products correctly, because you're too busy cutting corners. See the problem we have here? You see that dirty grittiness on her face and on her hat? That's extremely bad. That's a bad mixture right there. I mean, something's not mixing well. You know what that's caused by? Water.
Does it work better than a gray paint mix? No, it's not. Okay? Just to let you know right now, it's not.
Now, mind you, he just said, does it work better than the gray paint mix? This is the same fellow right here that's sitting in a video where his product is matching house paint. And he's still claiming as if his gray product, this never happened. This is what I'm telling you, what you're dealing with at the end of the day. You can't talk about a gray mix, buddy. You matched the gray mix on camera. This is your Cinemax right here. This right here is Network Gray 773. So again, regular house paint does the exact same thing as a gray mix. We literally made it with a tutorial video. We made all his products right there on camera. And they all matched, every single one of them. We didn't have to come in for a second video. We did it on the first try and was done. Using his tutorial on how to make the product. Black and white paint. That's what your product's made out of, black and white. Or chances are, because now he found out how close the match is, you could just be getting everyday house paint shipped to your front door with a little bit of glitter in it. That's what you pretty much have right now. This is why when you ask customers who are not proud of the product to announce what they have when they came into the room, they refuse to speak. So you can't say your product is better. You literally have match house paint. I think he has mentally blocked this out as if it doesn't even exist. Because he never brings it up. Do you know that? And he never does any other tests on the products. He only did the test on one product, and that was it. That was the Network Gray 773 versus the Cinemax. But the other products, he refuses to go near. The reason why I'm bringing this up, Jamie, is because you literally said on camera the product you have, is it better than gray? Gray paint that you have is house paint. This is your video. You literally keep forgetting this. You talk on camera as if this doesn't even exist, like it never even happened. That's definitely you right there. This is why we think you have some kind of mental problem. Anybody else, if they're caught on camera, they're not going to sit there and say, oh, that's not me. You would really have to be an extremely bad liar to say that. And something must be wrong with you that you literally will not recognize this as you being on camera. But it's you. And you did match house paint at the end of the day. And you have a nerve to say on camera it's not better than gray paint. Gray paint can't even pass one demonstration of gray paint. We can go to black paint all day long. As a matter of fact, I'm going to Home Depot today to pick up something else. I got some other black paint I'm going to pop up and pick up. So again, you can't mention your product as being anything special due to the fact that you have videos here of you matching gray household products. And not only that, Jamie, these products are still sold on your website. You never removed them. Isn't that your title right there? That's your video. That's you right here. This is you showing a receipt and you matching house paint. I find it interesting that you use the word scammer so loosely, but here we are. We asked you multiple times to do these tests against gray products versus your paint. And again, I told you, he will not do it because of this video. This video, he was trapped like a rat in a box. He couldn't get out from left to right. He was just trapped, couldn't go anywhere. Did a live demonstration and he failed miserably. He really thought he was going to be to take the product on. If you watch in the first beginnings of the videos, his bright-eyed, bushy tail, he really thinks he's going to be to take it. This is where basically the split second where everything changed for him. Right here. Now, the interesting thing about this, about you doing it, Jamie, I do this every day. I'm doing this today as we speak. I can take any form of black surface, stick it against my screen, doesn't match. So again, as I said before, this is a demonstration that you can't do. See right there? That split second right there is when lights went out for him, where he knew he really messed up. He was in some trouble because that blended perfectly to his screen. And this is a demonstration that he is terrified of doing. This is a demonstration I do every day for fun. I'm going to Home Depot today to pick up more black paint to throw against my screen because I'm kind of bored with the stuff we made. So you can't get on camera. You can't talk about how that your product is a high quality paint because it isn't. Clearly videos are right here that you choose to want to forget that doesn't exist. At that even worse, I don't know what's worse, the fact that you're matching the paint or the image looks this poor for a 4K projector. Extremely poor. But let's get back here. I had to go back to that because I can't stand people who say things in videos like, oh, I have a high quality gray paint, and you literally have videos right here, you matching house paint. Can't go around saying that kind of stuff, man. I don't know. That's why I think you have some kind of mental problem because, again, who in their right mind just basically just completely ignores a video of the minute? That's like if there's a video of me actually shooting somebody and you can clearly see me in the video, pull the gun, shoot somebody, and I'm going to sit there and go, oh no, that wasn't me. I don't remember anything like that. And I'm going to still talk about certain things that are involved in that situation, but I don't want to basically say that I was actually in the video and did the crime. That's literally what you're doing by making that statement.
Oh, no, it's not. This is for high lumen projectors. Make sure you have, projectors. Make sure you have.
And it's for high lumen projectors? Dude, I own more projectors than you. One of the projectors we use in our demonstration is called Old Faithful. She's a Sony VPL CS4 projector at 1000 lumens, 600 by 800, at 720p at SVGA. I can set her back 19 feet, which I did in a demonstration against white surfaces, and she pulls up. There are multiple demonstrations of that projector being used, indoor demonstrations with ambient light, 16 feet back and downstairs in the max zone, and so forth. So if you're telling people that they have to use a high, that's not my product at the end of the day. Because my product can operate on that projector. So that's right there is a lie. That's what I said. I don't like people who basically constantly fib on camera. Sit there and just lie right out of your mouth. Let me see. That's the surface. That's our other product right there. Let me see. Oh, this is whatchamacallit at the end of the day. We make a lot of videos. That's why I think I might be in the 10,000, almost gonna be near the 10,000 mark. Here we go. There's a demonstration right there. That right there is on a Sony VPO CS4 projector, 19 feet back, 1,000 lumens, fully lit environment, right there. Our products don't require that. We basically specialize in ambient light projection technology, so I have tons of demonstrations. As a matter of fact, we even have them outside. You can type in test and boom, we pop up. So that right there is on my 1,000 lumen projector and a fully lit environment. So we don't require to use high-end lumen projectors to make our products work because, again, this is the real product right here. What you have in the demonstration isn't my product because if it was, you could operate at 1,000 lumens easily at 19 feet. I literally have more light in my environment and a bigger screen size than you have on your 4K laser projector in your dark environment. Apparently, you guys don't educate yourselves. Because if you educate yourself, you wouldn't say dumb things out of your mouth. That's my surface, this white paper right there. There's my projector all the way back there. See how easy I can come on camera and easily debunk everything he says out of his mouth and back it up 100% because we back our products up. That's why. This is another demonstration that I have to do for a company because, again, they brought the question up, is high lumen projectors needed? The first thing people think you need high lumen projectors if you're operating our black technology because it's the only way the screen's going to show a white level. No, we do it at 1,000 lumens. There you go. Perfect. All right. So no, we don't need 1,000 lumens to operate. We do these all the time.
3,200 lumen projector or high lumen projectors. It's not. Okay. Just they work better than a gray paint mix? No, it's not. Okay.
Network Gray 773 works the same as it. Again, stop talking about gray mixes. Your gray mixes are house paint. So we've already seen that.
Okay, just to let you know right now, it's not. This is for high lumen projectors. Make sure you have, 3,200 lumen projectors and up, and outside you.
Again, not intelligent. 32, if you start off by saying that high lumen projectors at 32, 32 is not high. Where are you getting that 32 is a high lumen projector? 32 is not a high lumen projector. ViewSonic projector, the projector that had set up in the room was 3,800 lumens. When you talk about high lumen projectors, you're talking about 4, 5, not so much 4 because now you see projectors for 4 now. But you can say 4, 5, 6, and 7. Those are high lumen projectors. In the venue class, it would be 5, 6, and 7. Gee whiz, guy does not know anything. And your screen right here is so gritty, it's not even funny. That's it.
Would be great, but I'm giving you that option for free to do it instead of paying, $400 to $300 for 24 ounces and stuff like that.
$400 for 24 ounce. You don't even know the price of my product. This is where we show Jamie to be exactly idiotic and stupid. There we go. This is the price right here for 32 ounces. Wait, we got this the change price right here. Sorry about that. Our outdoor products are $330. My product at the end of the day can do something your product can't do. I can sit there and I can't match any black surface, which we've shown in multiple demonstrations. How many gray versus gray demonstrations do you have? Oh, you did have 2, but they're missing because your product matches gray paint. How many certified screens has your product taken out? None. How many different forms of projectors have you used on your product? Not really, not a lot. The Epson WH955 and the P2 projector, you don't use that many demonstrations, that many projectors. What about ambient light? Well, you stated your product's not ambient light projection, so whoever uses that product definitely going to be stuck in the dark. They'll be stuck in the dark anyway because gray screens can't pull in fully lit environments. What about outdoor demonstrations? You have nothing on that. White level demonstrations, you can't do that because your screen will literally blend into a white screen. So you can't do a white level test. You did have one of those demonstrations, but you removed it off your account. That's what I said. That's why your product is not worth the money. And this is why you had to drop your price because, again, who the heck is going to pay money for a product that actually they can make with the house paint? But these are our outdoor products, which cost a little more to make at $330. And this is my, oh, you don't have a marketplace like this because, again, I'm not trying to be rude here, but off record, you don't even know how to operate your website. That shows you how basically you don't know anything at the day. He doesn't, we have the same platform and website, and he doesn't know how to operate his website correctly. So this is my setup. If you notice, my page looks a lot more professional. These right here are 2 gallons. Our prices are marked under $500. And keep in mind, Diamond Technology knows of us. The other companies know of us. They don't know of you at all, period. Because, again, they don't consider you to be a threat. These are our 24 ounces. Jamie, because you can't read and definitely you don't know math. What's that say right there? $174. Where in the world did you get $300 for 24 ounces? And that technology right here can basically knock out a certified screen. How many certified screens can your product knock out? Not any. As a matter of fact, you can't get past house paint. I mean, you can't get past a white surface. I would love to see that demonstration again. Again, we can't, the video has been deleted, so we do have it on file. So, no, you're lying through the whole video.
Ridiculous, right? So hopefully this helps. Now,
oh, and again, you're talking about my price being ridiculous. Let's talk about ridiculous. You have a house paint on your website that clearly matched a cheaper house paint at $30 a gallon, and you're charging $60 for something that a customer can walk into any Sherwin-Williams, pick up network grade 773, and do the exact same thing your product did for far less. Your overseas customers, they can take Amazon Microblend, which he refuses to go near, for $46 a gallon and without a $70 surcharge fee for a product that he's charging them anywhere from $200 to $168 for 1 quart. And that includes the surcharge fee. So, nobody, you're ripping people off. My people, the people came in that day and they came yesterday, and the first thing that came up, hey, can I do this with it's just a random question, but it's going to come up. It's a black screen. It's going to come up. Can I do that with a gray, with a black sheet and with everyday black paint? I can do that demonstration easy. Can you do that demonstration? Of course you can't, because again, he's terrified to do that demonstration. If I ask you right now, today, which I've asked you multiple times to do, go to Home Depot, which I'm going to Home Depot today to pick up some black paint because I want to do another demonstration against my product to add to our list. Go to Home Depot, go to Amazon and pick up the microblend and put it against your product along with network grade 773. Heck, it'd be cool if you just mix them both together and do that too, because that'd be interesting too, and see if it doesn't match your product. You won't never see that demonstration. I told you, he can't do it. Just like we're requesting him to do the third attempt to make our product. So, as you can see, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's lying. Let me show you something here very interesting. We saw. Number one, we're seeing very gritty, dark areas coming up on the screen. This is dirty. As you can see, there is gritty, dark areas. You see that? That dirt. The screen's dirty. Very dirty. That's a very awful mix right there. See where it's lighter here? See where it's nice and dirty here? Yeah, your paint's coming up dirty. So you literally had these people paint a dirty product to their screen. Oh, they're going to find out, definitely. But you can see it crystal clear right here. See her dress? Do you see all that black dirt in there? And now right here, it's a little bit clear, but it's all dirty in here. Yeah. Yeah, we saw that too. Another thing too, we noticed when you were doing the demonstration, something also too interesting popped up. Right here. Your screen hot spotted. Why is there a discoloration of yellow here? Look how the screen gets lighter here, and lighter here. That's a hot spot right there. you have a discoloration where it's colored here, but the discoloration is right there. And then it definitely discoloration is right here. And then it stretches from over here. This right here, this round circle, that's a hot spot right on your screen. See, this is the reason why, people, I tell you that I really, at the end of the day, I really don't care for the people who buy his products because, again, we know what kind of screens y'all have. You couldn't even walk into my site. I literally invited y'all to my site to announce your screen paint with pride, and you couldn't do it because you were ashamed because you know who's on the video. We all know who's on the video. The problem is he doesn't know who's on the video because he blocked that part out in his head. So they couldn't come in and announce their product. And then you're going to paint this mess to your screen, which number one, you're going to have dirty images going to pop up, gritty images are going to pop up, and your screen's going to hotspot, which is clearly showing a hotspot. See how it's right there? That's a hotspot. And that is extremely dirty and producing hot spotting. Ah, man. And then again, I can't, where's part 3? Because I can't find it at all, period. Now, Salaway 5, we've seen your mixture. Polyurethane that you used, white paint again, which I have no idea why you guys keep using white paint, silver again, and you call yourself making our product. For some reason in their head, they think that you add in silver and you add in white paint, that's what releases the white levels. No, it doesn't. We're going to make that product today. You're going to get some embarrassment. You're not going to like it. And again, we hope, we do hope you start deleting videos because we literally, like I said, busted him using a fake email, fake receipt, because I can wreck your credibility right now. I literally can wreck your credibility. Fake receipts on trying to do a fake unboxing. You're a grown man. You guys, at the end of the day, are that scared of my product that you're willing to make yourself look like idiots on camera? Grown man went down and did a fake pickup on a United States Postal Service box, printed out a fake label, printed out, had the black paper, everything he had, the black plastic, and then in the demonstration, as we're looking at the receipt, we noticed that the email we don't use, and not only we don't use, the email doesn't even exist. Because number one, there's spaces in between, and everyone's ever did an email knows you can't put spaces. You can put lowercase, uppercase, periods, whatever you want, but you can't have spaces in between because the server won't accept it. So how in the world were you able to order a product from us with an email, number one, we don't even use because we use Immerse 4K Cinema, and on top of that, with an email that doesn't even register under Hotmail. And at that, it's not even under Hotmail. It says email.com. We don't even know what the freak that is. So we got busted with a fake receipt. So how did you get a product with a fake receipt? This is where you're going to get with the $1 million lawsuit. You're going to have to be able to prove that you got that product from me. And how did you get it from me? On top of that, even funnier, that in the process, this dummy takes the picture next to the fake receipts with his mugshot right next to it in the thumbnail. Clearly serious evidence right there. Wait, it gets funnier. After we bust him, he starts deleting the videos on live stream. So you can watch the videos disappear one by one by one. So we have you committing fraud against my company, making fake receipts. Also, too, we noticed when we're looking at the images, you have my copyrighted logo in there, my cube, which now we're going to be filing another lawsuit against you for copyright infringements because you had no right of touching those copyrights and using them for your own personal use to commit fraud against my company. Do you have any idea how bad this is going to look in court when they blow you up on that big screen and you can see yourself up there basically with your face right next to the fake receipts, the email that doesn't even exist, an email we don't even use, and you don't even basically have any proof you purchased the product because you faked the entire unboxing, even using United States Postal Service to commit the crime because you did use the box and your demonstration with a fake United States Postal Service, which actually follows along the lines of mail fraud. You're in some real bad situation, really bad situation. So we'll show you those videos. And again, trying to hide the evidence because each time, if you're going to go on his channel, it's full of videos and they start to disappear one by one by one. And you're supposed to have credibility at the end of the day of being a person that people can trust your word when you say something. Yeah. Try to get rid of those videos, didn't you? It didn't go well, did it? So yeah, your screen hotspot right there. Ah, my goodness. Oh, and by the way, we're still waiting for part 3. I told you I'm going to put pressure on you. Every day, I'm going to ask you for part 3. You claim you can make my product at the end of the day, make my product. I want you to make my product with well, you don't have anything left. I don't know what you're going to make it with. I don't know what you're going to do. If you add anything to it, again, that's desperation right there. And you fail at that, that's going to be pretty bad. That's going to be pretty embarrassing. So I already know your limitations, the fact that you haven't made it yet. Remember, the first time we asked him, he made it, right? He tried to make it. Then he tried to make it the second time. I asked you a couple of days ago to make the 3rd version of that, and you still haven't made it yet. So that clearly tells me at the end of the day, you don't want to be bothered with that anymore. But I'm going to ask you every day until the end of this month. I'm going to make a video asking you to make my product for the 3rd time. What other resources? I'm curious what you're going to use. I don't even know. Because again, when you did the video, you put out the ingredients. This is how his product is made. This is all we need. Nothing more, nothing less. If you needed anything else, you would have added it on the table. You said you were going to make my product. You failed. And the second video, you presented the stir stick. And the stir stick, you said it was gray. But I thought you were making black. So you got that wrong. So you try again, but this time you take out the white. There's an ingredients missing out of it, so now it's just white. So now we see that you're desperate. You couldn't get it right the first time, so now you're just taking a stab in the dark. You just said you made it a few shades darker. We also noticed that the ingredients only popped up in the first video, but the second and third right here, well, not third, the second video on the same paint, the ingredients is not there. So if you're telling people how to make the product involves the white, but in these 2 videos, there's no white paint involved in it, then which one is the ingredients? Is it the silver, black, and water? Or is it the silver, white, black, and water? Which one is it? This is why, when I say at the end of the day that Crow considers his customers to be complete idiots. This is why we call y'all sheep. This is why we call y'all stupid. It's not because we're telling you, because he treats you like you're freaking idiots at the end of the day. Those of you who bought the Cinemax, you could not come into my room and tell me you had this product. You know why? Because, again, watching someone brag about the Cinemax and watching a fellow sitting there, the very same person who sold you the product, match a house paint, makes you look like a complete idiot. Anyone who slid their car through that website and read through that freaking circus, deranged circus ride in there, and saw the nonsense he was talking about, including the misspellings and everything else he had in there going on that site, and you said a credit card, that tells a lot about where your intelligence lives at. And again, it's hot spotting right there in the screen. Hot spotting. Product came up gritty. It comes up dirty. There's hot spotting popping off on the screen. Very, very awful. I see someone, now keep in mind, when we do these rooms are not for customers. We never have customers come in these rooms. We address our customers to other areas where we address them through. This is strictly set up for the trolls and Crow and whoever pops into the room. That's what it's set up for. So anybody in here ranting about trying to defend this, again, this is where it's coming from. Look, Jamie, you can defend all you want. You couldn't make a black paint. Your rollers came up great multiple times. We literally had to go in and help you. I had to go in and make a black product with a high fluorescent glitter attached to it. I can't add any silver. We can't add any gray because it off balances black. I told you this was going to happen when you first did the video, and guess what happened? There you go. Just like when I first told you when I popped the top on Network Grade 773, I said it's not going to go well. This is going to match your product, and it's going to give you a hard way to go. Did I not say that? And what happened? It matched your product. And what happened? There you go. It gave you a hard way to go. Did it not? All right, then. I told you this was going to happen. And you did it anyway. So, right here, you try to make the product, you failed. Where is the instructions on how to make the product at? Where is it? Nowhere to be found. He's telling you it's a free mix. You can do it yourself. So the problem we have here, Jamie, in the demonstration is not only are you showing the screen in the dark, because again, ambient light rejection, that's what we specialize in, this screen should have been in a fully lit environment. Number 2, your screen is hot spotting. That's a hot spot right there. You can clearly see where the color starts off here, red, in this section over here, and it completely washes out. You can see where it's black here, and it completely washes out. You can see where it's blue here, right there, and it completely washes out. This circle right here is called hot spotting. And that's what the product just did. So you just had your customers who are sheep paint this mess to their wall, which actually now is probably hot spotting the daylight side of the screen. Because you don't know what you're doing. You're messing on camera. That's what you're doing. Nothing but messing. That's all you're doing. And look, the whole the demonstration was done completely in the dark. Oh my goodness. Dirty corners. Always dirty corners. Because it can't generate white light. Look at the top. That is really dirty. You don't do anything right. Nothing right at all. Very dirty. Extremely dirty. You know that's a gold ring, right? It's supposed to be bright gold and then the flames are supposed to be flickering around it. That's how it's supposed to be done. Gentlemen, again, I can't explain it to you enough. Unless you own my real product, 100%. You go to my website, you buy, you show a receipt that you have purchased my product directly from me, and basically it shows a sealed container coming out of a box, then that's the only way you can label me as my product not working. Other than that, you don't own my product at all, period. Neither one of you have ever made a receipt ever for my black technology, ever. I have purchased from both of you your products, both of you, and had the receipts and cancellations to back it up. Look how dirty and gritty that looks. Look at that. That's supposed to be our product. Look how dirty. That's what shows you right there that whatever he put in there didn't mix well. Look right over in here. You can just see the hot spotting going off on the screen. Now again, as I told you before, the reason why I didn't bother making the product that you made, because it came up gray. Our product is black. If I'm calling myself at the end of the day making red paint, then the paint should come up looking red. Not orange, not blue, not green, but red. You clearly showed a great product. So that's why I went in and did it for you. I made a black product and it didn't match. So question is, when you have to make it the third time, what are you going to use? If you add anything extra like shoe polish, nail polish, spray paint, whatever, that shows that you're just randomly just making second or third guesses trying to figure out how it's done. That's what you're doing. That's all you're doing. You should have had it right the first time. When I made your product here, it only took me one time to do it. And I made all your products, every last one of them, off this tutorial video that you gave me at the end of the day. Well, you didn't give me, you tried to delete, we got it anyway. Of taking 2 tablespoons of black paint to make your Metallica Mix 2.0. So we applied the same thing over here and we got your products. I was able to make your UV Mix, your Metallica 2.0, your Personal Mix, and we're able to make the Cinemax with no problem. This over here is a little different. We also were able to match this against the Cinemax, Metallica Mix, and Personal Mix. You only did this demonstration on one product. You only did it on the Cinemax. You didn't go near the rest of the screens. Why not? How come you didn't do the rest of them? You only did one? Because again, as I said before, you got embarrassed on camera. You will never do that again. I bet you if all y'all got together and put pressure on this man, he still wouldn't do it. And that's the reason why we were receiving all that hate mail. 295 messages from Creepy Crow sending us these hate messages because you know why? His customers, not the sheep, the other ones, are putting pressure on him. A lot of pressure. It's the same activity we saw when we gave him the challenge to do this, the Network Gray. We received tons of emails from him, upset, angry, because they were putting pressure on him to do that demonstration and he knew the outcome was going to be bad. Same thing. You have this kind of like telltale poker face. You constantly do it all the time. Well, you know, whoever's arguing in the room right now, I don't know what you're talking about, and I'm not reading it, so you know that from the door, because we know the only people come in who try to entertain what I'm saying, try to debunk what I'm saying. It's right here. How much more can you get right here? This is why we call y'all sheep, because the evidence can be right in front of you, and you're still basically at the end of the day saying, oh, no, it doesn't do the. It's right there. It's right there. These are the same people you can have a conversation with and say that the sky is blue, and they will argue from top to bottom and say, no, it's green. You know, those kind of people at the end of the day. Well, look, I mean, like I said, easy and said, anyone who wants to come in the room from now on and you want to back them up, name your screen paint. That's what you do. Name what you have on the wall that you purchased from him. So we can basically look at the video of you getting robbed and we can laugh at you. If you got so much, you talk all this trash at the end of the day, you want to run your mouth in my room about how you backed this guy. Well, then tell me the paint that you have on the wall. Matter of fact, give me your YouTube channel so we can go in there and check it out. No, it's quiet now. And I'm talking about fake YouTube channel because y'all come here with these fake accounts. Oh, we've been through y'all accounts. Your accounts, the majority are all fake. Come here with a 100% real account, your account, no fake account. Don't be cowards at the end of the day. Bring your real account in here. And let's go through your real account. I'll pull your account up right now on a live stream and go right there and see if you got the product over there and see what you got. So you can be put on blast just because you come in the room and run your mouth. Don't mean you can't be put on blast. I typed in a couple of people who came in here running their mouths, and they're basically we couldn't even find them. They weren't there because, again, fake accounts. Don't be a coward at the end of the day. Man it up. Look at this. This don't make no sense, right? Put the name in. What's your count right here? What we got right here? And I can tell right from the door. Right from the door, if your account is a fake account. Because if it's got my name in it, yep, you got a fake account. First of all, you got an account with my name in it. So you said basically that's your account right there, that you have basically video demonstrations of things you've done here and there in the past, tutorials, whatever people have usually on an account. That's supposed to be a real account? No, it's not. Not with my name attached to it's not. It's a fake account. We'll put you in the timeout. You just sat there and lied at the end of the day. This account ain't fake. This account basically has over 8,000 videos attached. I'm sorry. Yeah, around 8,000 videos attached to it. Over. So this account's legit. The account you just posting here saying Ken something so and so, that's a troll at the end of the day. And it's probably Crow running his mouth. What are you running your mouth against again? You couldn't make the product. Look, Jamie, this is what's going to happen. Every day to the end of this month, I'm going to request you to make my product the third time around. We know you can't do it. Number one, you're not going to get on camera and do it because you failed 2 times on the road to get the job done. And I literally had to come in and help you out and make a black product. And if the black product didn't match, what else do you have left? In each demonstration, you removed an element. You removed the white. On the second one, what do you have left? The only thing you have left is water and black paint. So what do you have left? What else you going to add in there? Anything else is just being desperate. That's what it is. You have to use the elements that you had on the table, and you don't have anything left on the table, so what are you going to do? Hey, cat's sitting here laughing at you. What are you going to do? What you going to add to it? You can't add nothing to it. See the resources we have on the table right here? We got black, and we have white paint. Those resources I came on the table, and I said that I can make your products right on live with no problem. That's all I use. Black and white paint. And I sat there and I made all your products that we had samples of that we purchased from you with legit receipts and everything from the door that we purchased. These are your containers, and I made every last one of them on camera and then did a demonstration matching them, not only with color, but with contrast and white levels on large surfaces. Come on, man. You gotta be kidding me. 1 attempt. That's all it took me to make your product. 1 attempt. I didn't come on there part 2, part 3. No. The only time we did part 1 or part 2 is when we were actually expanding the videos and doing more demonstrations. We nailed it on the first try. Black and white paint. First try, nailed it. And you got a part 2? And you're saying, oh, maybe if we take out this and take out that. We didn't take out any ingredients. We just used those two, just like your video, and we made your product. So what's the excuse? How come it took you 2 attempts to make that product? I thought you had my ingredients. I did yours right there on camera. There you go. That's your product there. There you go. That's your product there. We got the Cinemax on there, and we got the matter of fact, I made a deluxe version of the Cinemax. It's called Cinemax Silver. I asked you to test the product and put it against your screen paint. You never did the demonstration. There it is, black and white paint. That's it. The same thing in your tutorial video. Made your product. I got unboxings for both of those paints. The UV mix and the Metallica mix is the one that I ordered that the customer had that had the hole in it that leaked. That's the product right there. There it is right there. And if you notice, Jamie, fully lit environment, plenty of light. We're using a high-end projector to show that your product it matches house paint. So how many attempts did it take me to do that? 1 time. That's it. So where you see the green tape, that's his product. That's where you see the green tape at. The larger surfaces that you see, Jamie, that is the paint that we made. The screen in the background, that's our black technology. We can blend into your screens very easily. And on top of that, you can't pick up contrast and you can't see color correctly. And I was to make your product one time. That's all it took me. I didn't come in part two, second guessing it and removing ingredients. Oh, we don't got it right this time. Let's go put this back. No, we didn't do that. I went in and made the product off of 2 paints. That's it. And matched them perfectly. I got your dark mix. I got your 2 lighter mixes. So now I know between that table of content, between how much paint to put in for the darker mixes versus the light, I can make all your products easily. I can make your Frankenstein. I can make your UV mix. I can make all your stuff because I know now exactly how much paint you put in between. But now you made it easier for me because you did the demonstration on the Network Grade 773 and you matched this stuff, which means now I don't have to bother with this table of contents of trying to figure out exactly what black paint would actually hit the shade. All I got to do is just pull it off the shelf. You literally showed me how to do it in your demonstration. Look at that. See the green tape? Anywhere you see the green tape, that's this product laying against the screen. That's why we put the green tape there, because without the green tape, you wouldn't be able to see it. So all of you naysayers that run your mouth on camera, guess what? I can make your product. The thing is, you can't make mine. Because again, we didn't have to do a second attempt. I got it right the first time, perfectly. This is the part where we give you the permission to cry. See, this is what I'm talking about. You'll run your mouths too much. You'll come in here and run your mouths too much. So what you have sitting on your wall right now, I already made it. You just paid for something that literally I have made for free. With just black and white paint. And I can make as much as I want. See how perfect that match is? You will never see a demonstration of me coming in saying, oh, this is part 2, we're going to try. No. We get it right the first time or we don't do it at all. Didn't change any ingredients out. Didn't get a lighter paint. Didn't go get add any silver, nothing. Basic black and white. That's it. So when I see demonstrations of this guy coming on camera, coming up with rollers that don't even match our products, has to come back in and do a part 2 and fails again, and then we give him the option to do a part 3 and he can't do it, yeah, you know he can't make the product. So how does it feel for those of you who have UV mix, personal mix, and Metallica mix right now, who just paid for that product? The ingredients is right in that video on how to make it. Now, Jamie, every day, including today, I'm going to ask you today, before I start videos today, we are requesting you, giving you full permission to make our product. I don't know how you're going to do this because, again, anything you add to the mixture that you claim that you can make our products, first of all, right from the door, anything that you add to that will show a cry of desperation. And you better pray you don't fail the 3rd time around because this is going to look pretty embarrassing. I already know that you're not going to do this. I already know from the door you're going to ignore it, just like you ignored the microblend when we asked you over 15 times to put this against your product, and you refused to do it. There we go, up close. Right there. There is the Crow's personal mix right there. Your overseas customer is going to be spending $70 for that stuff for your surcharge. Right here, falling off the screen in the demonstration. That will be the Metallica Mix 2.0. Right there. See when I put it against the screen? See how well it blends in perfectly. Right here. This is the UV mix. Those of you have the UV mix, this is your product right here. I told you the ingredients. 6 of reversal black paint with 6 tablespoons of white paint. That's how you make it. The Frankenstein is actually a shade lighter. The darker version of that one actually is only 5. And the Frankenstein light version of it is made the exact same way as the Metallica Mix 2.0. Instead of 2, there's actually 3. So Jamie, what do you think about that? 1 attempt, that's it. Didn't make 1 product, I made 3 of your products. And I made the darker mix on top of that just for kicks and giggles. That's all I used. Sherwin-Williams white paint. And the thing about it, people, you don't have to have that particular brand, because in his demonstration, he was using something completely different. Any kind of black and white paint will make it. That's it. Just like when he puts up the PPG, you don't have to use PPG. He's an idiot. Who's going to spend $25 to use 1 ounce of the product? 1 ounce. You can use everyday hobby paint. 99% hobby paint that you can use has the same silver content. In fact, some of them actually have better content than silver. You can get them for $7. You can get them for $4. For $5. Same thing. But if you add any of that into black paint, you come up gray, which he did twice in a row. We didn't. We made your product perfectly. Also, too, I even gave you the ingredients to make it yourself live on camera, and you refused to do it. Now I'm going to find this video. We had the ingredients posted underneath of it. I don't know if do you have the ingredients on this one? We should have the ingredients posted on this one. I can go right into YouTube right now and pull this up. Yeah, there's the ingredients right there. We did post the ingredients on how to make it. It's right there. That's the ingredients on how to make crow's paint right there. And there's the video. We didn't have to do 2 attempts, Jamie. We did it with 1 attempt. This is how your product. This is a UV mix. I told you. 6 tablespoons of flat white paint, 1 quart of black paint. Metallica Mix 2.0 was made with 1 quart of white paint. We added in. We did this one crazy. So we were curious, like, can a person possibly mess this up? Like, if we put in a lot of black paint, could they jack it up? No. We were able to put in 10 tablespoons in it, and we still hit it. We still nailed it with 10. Personal mix. Personal mix was made with 1 quart of white paint, 1 quart of flat black paint, and we added in 5 tablespoons of black paint. We were able to make the product with no problem whatsoever. There's the ingredients on the bottom. When you check it out, you go to the blacklist. That's how you make the product. And Jamie, you can sit there and cry and whine all you want. Bottom line is right here, buddy boy. Your product, we didn't have to do 2 attempts. We did it 1 try and got it. And we used your tutorial video to show us how to make it. Because you have a tutorial video showing people how to make the Metallica Mix 2.0 for free. It's right there. You in your house making this product. So we use your tutorial video to make it. So it's coming from the horse's mouth automatically. So what are you going to say to that? Your ingredients is right there on the bottom, how to make your product. You don't even know how to make the product right. Yes, you made the product gray. Then sat there on the video and sat there and said out of your mouth that we use 5,000 lumen projectors. Clearly, it's a demonstration showing us using 1,000 lumens at around 19 feet from the screen versus white surfaces, which you don't do in your demonstrations to begin with. So again, customers need 5,000 lumen projectors and 4,000, and you consider 32 to be a high lumen projector, and you don't know jack about projector. 32 is not high. That projector's at 36 and 38. Heck, my ultra short there behind me is 36. So what the frick are you talking about 32? You're stuck in the wrong zone, man. 32 hasn't been a high lumen projector since I don't know when. No, and if you're talking about venues, 32 on a venue? You know how many venue projectors I own? None of these projectors in here are 32s. I don't even know where you got that from. Is he still crying? All right, good day. Anyway, right here. See that roller? That roller is gray. That's not black. The sheep, you don't know colors at the end of the day. Literally, you should not be driving or operating any kind of heavy equipment because you do not know colors. You know the difference between gray and black? Honestly, do you know? Because I literally had to make the product black to help this guy out at the end of the day because he didn't know what the colors were. So Jamie, again, I will be requesting and we'll be marking this by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to ask you 20 times to make my product. You want to run your mouth on camera. You want to talk all this trash about you can make my products at the end of the day. Then make it. I don't quit now. Make it. Let's see what else you add to this mixture because you're out of stuff now. You don't have any more left. All you have now is just water and black paint. We know that's not going to cut it. And judging by the videos we just saw a few minutes ago, your screen's hot spotting and it's coming up dirty and gritty. There's no way in the world should have came up that dirty. Oh, now they don't want to do it. Now they don't want to talk about it. They want nothing to do it. Now, This mess right here with what's his name? Silent Wake 5. Oh, we're making that today. We're definitely making that today. Oh, this is gonna be bad for you, man. This is gonna be really bad. If you haven't learned what we just put Jamie through, Jamie's nightmare is not over yet. Jamie literally has to make this paint the third and fourth and fifth time. Yeah, we want it done three more times. 5, 2. Yeah, 2. Yeah, 3 more times. So I want 3 more times. I want you to try to make my product. Because it's not enough to embarrass you. I really, really, really want to embarrass you. I mean, really embarrass you, where you can't lift your head up where it feels like it weighs like 6 tons. That kind of embarrassment. Because next time you run your mouth on camera and you decide you're going to make my product, you will learn from this lesson to never do that ever again. Just like you learned from the Network Grade 773 when I told you this was going to match and you didn't listen. And therefore, that's why you don't do any more demonstrations against gray paint, because you have learned your lessons. And you will learn your lesson from this. So, when are we going to see part 3? Because I can't wait to see what else you're going to add to it. I just can't wait. I'm just giddy as a schoolgirl. I can't wait. Keep in mind, if you make it black, and don't forget to post the ingredients at the bottom, because we're missing ingredients. It's not shown in the first one or the other first one. I mean, first or second one, and we only see it on the first one. So can you post the ingredients when you try the third time? Because if you go with all black paint, we all know how it's going to end up. If you put a little bit of glitter and whatever, it's still going to end up the same way. So I'm curious to see what happens. I'm going to make it and put it on my screen live. Come on, chop, chop. Get it done. Because I'm going to be at Home Depot today, so it's no excuse. You can pick it up whatever you need to, whatever you think our product's made out of, and knock yourself out. Try it again. Third time. This is part 2. I want to see a part 3. If you notice O2 in part 2, where's the ingredients? Because he did change it. It's not there. So where is it? See, this is where we get the crying and whining from. The minute you guys talk all this trash, we give you the ability to back it up, and you can't. And then when you fail, you think we're going to let it go? Oh, heck no, I'm not going to let this go. I'm going to ask you every single day to make it. You ran your mouth, you want to make it, you make it. I don't want to hear any more crying. Don't go over to 3D printing and other nonsense and trying to change the subject. Don't go on vacation. No, you make my product, and you said you can make it. As in for Silent Wake 5, ooh, yeah, this is going to be a really bad day for you. Extremely bad day. The elements that you dropped into that product will not work. Again, you guys are making these black paints. You're putting them on a standalone. You have nothing compared to. You have to buy my product in order to basically say that that's my product at the end of the day. So I'm going to make that mess you have there today, and I'm going to stick it against my black screen back here, and it's going to basically fail. Because guess why? We did that mixture already, you freaking idiot. I've done that one already before. I've made my paint on just about every level you could possibly think of to make sure we don't match anybody else's product. This is what you call proper testing. If you watch the testings that we do on our products, they are a bit extreme. You know, like building a deck on the side of your window and sticking a 1,000 lumen projector just to have the sunlight bathe all over it, so that way we can kill the lumen count before it makes transfer to 13 feet, actually pushing through a 1,000 watt lamp that make contact with a screen on the other end. Those kind of insane demonstrations. So if you think at the end of the day that I would miss out on basically trying to make products to match my screen, yeah. Like this is the same guy who came in, no, Danny Boy came in and said, oh, this product is made with the back of a black vinyl. You guys are always late to the party. Literally showed a demonstration. We embarrassed Crow in a live stream because I had a 135-inch Elite screen up there, and I was showing the difference of the white levels. So as I'm taking the screen down, of course it's black on the other side, and he gets in the chat and runs his mouth and says, well, why don't you put that up there? Bet you it matches. No, it didn't match. And I laughed in your face the entire time when we were actually watching the screen come up dark and hotspot when we were showing white levels, colors, and also only it picked up contrast, but still it hotspotted like crazy. And he got mad and left the room. Probably went to a little corner and got upset. And, that's pretty much what you probably did. You don't learn, man. You lose every single time. Every time you challenge me, there are dozens of videos of you constantly losing. You can't win a PayPal complaint against me. You lose those left and right. You've never won one. You were praying when I shipped you to 2.0 that I would make a mistake, that you would win one complaint. You lost every single one of them. You can't even ship out a product correctly. I got cancellations on both of you. Have y'all forgot about that? Have you forgot that I came to order your product and you were so scared you gave me back my money? Come on now. You guys are just, it's sad. I'm honored that instead of testing out the Black Diamond, DMP, Supernova, the Elite Screens, the bigger dogs at the end of the day, that you come toward me. And I know why you come toward me. Because at the end of the day, you guys are threatened by my product. It is your obsession. You know, it's funny. You three are going to probably end up in some insane asylum somewhere still talking about my screen paint products. You are so obsessed with my products that people can see the constant trying to make my product, trying to prove this, trying to prove that. And we just come over and just run over you guys like it's nothing. Are we going to get a part 3 of this? Because really, seriously, all jokes aside, we need a part 3. Let me come over here. And then on top of that, what makes it even funny, this video went missing. We literally have a video. The video actually disappearing, went missing. And because he got ranked on so bad about the missing video, he bought it back. Let's show you something funny here. Now, mind, this is the first video. This is the video where he claims he has all the ingredients to make the product, right?
But as you can hear that hissing is because it absorbed most of the...
Rollers don't hiss when they're absorbing. Gee whiz, you guys lie so much. Hey, hiss. Yeah, I remember hearing the snake sound of hissing many times when I was painting screens at the time. It could be because the roller might not be fitting well with the paint roller altogether, and that could be causing it. Gee, hissing. Because it's absorbing. Yeah, we're really going to hear that. You got one of them AMSR mics hooked up there. We would definitely hear it then. All right. So, and then on top of that, he still doesn't tell what the water is for because, again, people don't add water to acrylic paint to make it roll on better. They just don't. Anybody here who's watched this video, anybody watching the video later on, know that's stupid. How many times you've walked into a Home Depot or any store and they say, wait. You got to add water to that because it won't roll correctly. Never, ever heard that, ever. And then but when you watch this video, for some reason, that's a thing. So right here, he claims he's going to be making our product.
How's everybody doing? I hope you guys can hear me.
Don't leave. Stick around.
Today, I will be showing you, okay, how to make a Black Edition series, paint mix.
Now, Jamie, my company is not only called Black Series, it's the name of my product, which you can also bear and prove in court under documents. My product is called Black, not gray, not gunmetal, but black. The funny thing about this is we're definitely going to bring this up in court. I'm curious how you would argue this as a judge that our product is black. It's gray at the end of the day. All this is going to go in court. And I saw you do a demonstration against the Black Series, which we don't have a receipt for. Where did you get the item from? Oh boy. Well, I'm telling you, this guy is going to be broker than broke. He's going to be the brokest black man on, sorry, I can't call you black. You're not, definitely not black. Brokest man on the face of the planet. That's what you're going to be. But you said you're making a black. Did you not say black, right?
How's everybody doing? I hope you guys can hear me. Today, I will be showing you, okay, how to make a Black Edition series, paint mix. You could call it ALR, whatever you want. I mean, because now...
So that's what you said, right? Okay, this is the first video. All right. Second video. What did you say?
Nice. You can see the difference. Look, even when
So that's the paint in the first video that he was mixing. What does he call it now?
Look, see how dark it is now? It's a shade darker than this. You see how grayish it kind of looks here, like gunmetal?
You just said in the video you were making our black product. Our black product is not gunmetal, and our black product is not a shade gray. You said Black Series. Black Series, again, is a black paint. So where are you getting where you said you made it at? That's what everybody picked up in the forum site. Sheep can't pick that up because sheep are blind. They can't see it. And you said right here, you didn't label this as black. You never said black in the demonstration. You said it's a darker mix. You never said black.
Look, Look at this one. So it's a darker shade. So that's what I was looking for. And what makes me...
And that's what you were looking for. Right? That's not black at the end of the day, it's gray. If you were basically making a product, you would be looking for black, not gray. Sheep, how you feeling right now?
Kind of an expert on colors and stuff like that. Well, I'll give you a...
He's an expert in colors, right? That's clearly what he said. He's an expert in colors. But yet right here, this is his product matching a house paint called Network Grade 773. But he's an expert in colors. That doesn't look like an expert to me. How would you not be able to tell that these are both the same? But sheep, at the end of the day, see something different because they're definitely colorblind. So again, what's going on with that? Okay, just want to put that out there as he's talking because I want to make sure that, you know, we do things by the book. When I come over here, there's no memes, there's no this, there's no that. We don't do any of that crap in the day. We show you hardcore evidence. That's what we show you. We show you in the videos, him in the videos. We show you in the videos of him basically matching household products right there on camera. But he just said on the camera a few minutes ago, he's an expert at color. But yet you couldn't tell the difference between house paint and your paint on a 4K laser projector. You literally couldn't see that. It's right there. But he's an expert on color. Gee whiz, you sheep at the end of the day, I swear. I wish you guys were around in the 1920s. I could have sold the Brooklyn Bridge maybe 20, 30 times easily. Easy. They would have loved you guys back then. You guys are victim of scams. That's what you are. You literally, it's the funny thing about it, y'all run around talking about we're scammers. You literally are victims of the biggest scammer on the face of the planet. This guy scammed you right out in the open. How many people sat here and saw this demonstration and comment at the bottom, oh, it looks completely different. It definitely does. And then he turns around and he basically deletes the video. Threw you clean under a bus, you sheep. Wow. I had people sit there and say, who buys this product? And I was like, oh, the sheep do. They buy it. The sheep are blind. This man will walk off a cliff, they'll follow right behind him. So I find it interesting that he's an expert in color. That's interesting. All right. He's an expert in color. This is why we nickname you sheep. There you go, sheep. That's the nickname we gave you. You know why? You got the name sheep because we seen you all coming into the room arguing and complaining about how his products are so amazing and this, that, and the other. Even though the evidence is sitting there right in your face, you sat there and argued it. And I sat there. We set you up. We did. I admit that we did set you up. We knew you were going to come in the room. We knew you were going to be complaining and fussing, as you always do, because y'all sheep have that history of that. You went through all that screaming and yelling about blah, da, this, and da, 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 and I'm just sitting there just pushing up the rope. Here we go. Yeah, a little bit more, a little bit more. They're almost there, almost there. And I asked you one question. So, what screen paint do you have on your wall? And none of you answered. You know why? Because we're in a live stream. You know how embarrassing that would be to say, hey, look, I had the Cinemax and we're looking at a screen matching house paint. So now you have just basically announced on YouTube and anyone who comes in and watches this video later on by saying that I am a complete idiot and I allow this man to scam me at $95, because that's the time it was costing, $95 for a quart of house paint when I could have clearly got it for a gallon at 32 or less. That's why you didn't want to name it your product when we gave you the option. But you showed all that passion when you came in, but yet you said nothing when I gave you the option. I'm pretty sure when you logged off out of the video, you had a lot to think about that night, didn't you? I'm pretty sure you were very upset and very angry. Who are you angry with at the end of the day? Me, or are you angry with him? Are you angry at me because I exposed him and showed at the end of the day that you're a sheep? Or are you mad at him because he made you a sheep? So, again, I didn't take your money at the end of the day. And I didn't spend it. He did. So you direct your anger someplace else. You're angry because at the end of the day, you got robbed. And you know you got robbed. But what makes it even sadder is the fact that victims don't complain. The victims do complain, but they don't support the people who ripped them off. Sheep, on the other hand, they do. They will sit there and let this man rip them off and come in and support them. So just to out you, to show you how much of a sheep you are, all I had to do was bring you in the room, show a couple of demonstrations, and I knew you guys would come in flying off the handles, upset and angry. And all I had to do was ask you one question. What screen do you have on your wall? One guy even sat there and lied and said he had a cinema gray. I went to go check his account, completely fake. How embarrassing is that, is it? So what did we learn in this one? We learned in this demonstration, we had to go back because I wanted to check out a few things. People were asking me about to follow up on the third. We never got the third because Jamie never made it. And the reason why he never made it because he can't. He ran out of resources. As I said before, if he goes back and he grabs anything else, shoe polish, mouthwash, sugar, whatever you might throw into it, flour, whatever, if he adds anything new to what he had on the table, he basically shows that he's making a desperate attempt, that he doesn't know what he's doing. And he's already showed he doesn't know what he's doing because, again, he took away from what he had on the table. He sat there and said, this is how it's made, but now you're taking from the table because you really don't know. You've already announced that in part 2. And then literally said he was making a black product, but shows the stir stick, and he claimed it as gray. That's not our technology. And then in the demonstration, tried to basically say, oh, well, this product is gunmetal. That's what it's got to be. No, you can't make it, so that's all you have. But you're going to make my product a third time around. I'm going to ask you 15 times. And in that 15 times, I'm going to call it right now. In that 15 times, not only are you going to avoid not to make it, but it's going to out you even more on how much of a fool you are because you don't even know how black technology works to begin with. All that time you got on camera, you were talking all that trash about how black screens react. So you don't know jack. You can't even make it. But I can make your product one time. 3 products with only 2 elements. Right there on the blacklist. And I use your tutorial to do it. Now you made it easier for people like me. Why in the world am I sit there and give you $60? I can just go down to Sherman Williams and just slide that off a shelf. I ain't got to put anything in it. For you to make it sound so complicated, like it's so hard to make, you literally just showed us that we don't have to do that. Bare silver screen, another product right here, the personal mix, right there. You clearly showed us that. Why in the world would I sit there and buy the personal mix? Oh, by the way, overseas customers, just so you know, the personal mix is in your selection, not in the United States selection. You're going to pay a $70 surcharge fee, plus for this mess at the end of the day, that you can just go down and just pick it up at Home Depot at a sample for like $6. Or just get the slip silver and get that. Either way, you're just going to come out on top. You want to sit there on camera and say, oh, people don't know how to make my product. You literally just showed them how to do it right there. And right here, this is a Metallica Mix 2.0. It literally says on the thumbnail exactly what it is. Gee whiz, Louise. Guys don't think at the end of the day. Oh, here we go. Solid Wake 5. I'll be digging to you in a couple minutes. Dum took his picture right next to the freaking receipts like an idiot. Oh my goodness. You know, I'll tell you something. They call you some bad names. My lawyers call you some bad names because they think that at the end of the day, there's something wrong with you guys. Like either you guys are, I don't know what is wrong with you guys at the end of the day. Who was the other fellow we put on blast and we outed him? Oh, Phantom HD. Gee whiz, are you kidding me? This is the guy who got scammed by Valve. Literally went out and bought a projector that had a 3,000-to-1 contrast, only 1,800 lumens. Mind you, they got sued by Epson because they weren't really 6,000 lumens. And he bought this projector talking all this trash about the NEC. Did you look at the specs on the NEC? The NEC is 3,600 lumens and the projector has a 4,000-to-1. It's an old 720p and its contrast is better than yours, even though we don't need it. It's actually more powerful than yours because it's actually 3,600 lumens when that projector you have is 18. And I didn't even think the screen was by Valve, but he pulled down the screen and the screen literally matched and blended into a white screen. A $69 eBay projector versus a $700 screen, and it blended perfectly. But I don't even know what's even worse than that. It actually matched the gray wall that was sitting on your wall, which means you literally didn't have to spend the money for the projector. I mean, sorry, the project motorized screen, but you didn't even have to spend the money for anything because your gray wall would have did the exact same thing, which you proved in the video. And this is the guy who got on there talking all this trash about valve of this and valve of this and valve of this and valve of that and valve of this and blah, blah, blah. And it's 4K, blah, blah, blah. And I came in with one article, an article where I had a conversation with Valve and a Facebook. Like, same thing with the JM Geo, whatever projector. Same thing. And got them to admit that the projector is 1080p base. You literally spent all that money for a projector that, again, we know wasn't 4K, but it's 1080p. How many times did you post Phantom HD in your videos that you had a 4K projector? And it's 1080p. And then after I get that embarrass you and destroying your credibility because I posted you on Facebook and they had a ball laughing at that screen and that projector. But not only did I embarrass your credibility, you had a nerve to pop up in my room trying to now reason to me and talk to me normally. It was none of that hot shot nonsense and carrying on. Came in my room talking, well, you know, so-and-so block. I ain't got time for it. I ain't got time to hear anything you got out of your mouth. As far as I'm concerned, you're not even a professional at the end of the day. You didn't even know your projector, but you ran out of your mouth about it. You're a sheep at the end of the day to the industry. Like all the other people went there and bought that GM Joe whatever projector and ran their mouth in my channel talking about, oh, you don't know what you're talking about? You don't own the projector, blah, 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 blah. Boom. Got it right there out of the horse's mouth. It's a 1080p base projector. All you jokers that came talking about 4K, 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 4K. What planet are y'all living in? Now, how does it feel now? Pretty sure you're probably hunting around looking for your receipt. I got to take this back. It's not 4K. I literally thought it was 4K, even though it said it wasn't native 4K, that was using picture shifting technology. But I thought it was 4K. Look, let me explain something to you. People who bought that projector, do me a favor, just go buy a TV and be done with it. Just buy a TV and be done. Because chances are, if you can dupe to buy that freaking junk at the end of the day, I know you'll be duped to buy something even bigger and even stupider at the end of the day. So just buy a TV and be done with it. Save yourself the freaking nightmare and headache. All right, so what we have on here so far with Jamie altogether, getting back to him, because Jamie going to lose correct thought here. You didn't make my product. I told you you have 3 times to make it, and gave you a third chance, and we're still waiting on a third chance. Your screen paint you claim it's supposed to be art is kind of hot spotted. It's hot spotted like crazy. How's that? Remote control. Where is this remote control? This one. Oh, let's see. There you are. But it also shows how desperate you guys are. You guys want my product that bad. That's pretty sad. That is really sad. Hey, hot spotted. Your screen literally freaking hot spotted. Dude, what are you doing? Look at that. That's nasty. How the freak did you end up hot spotting up? Look at this. From here, it fades there. Then it's hot spots all up in here. Then it comes down to here. The color is this color is red here, but this is all washed out here. This is all washed out. You can't even tell the difference between the white line and the yellow right here. This is all washed out. Look at that. And you got to get a nerd to come on camera and say, look, it's fantastic. It works fine. The reason why he's declaring that working fantastic and it works fine is due to the fact that he doesn't test his product, so he doesn't even know what real screen paint looks like because he doesn't do tests. That's why. This is why we look at your customers, all your customers are sitting in the dark like they don't pay their electric bill. That's a shame. Let me see what we got going on here. Come on, get back to where I want to go to. At home, put me at home doing this. There we go. Where's the home at? All right. Over there for the demonstration. What you doing? I think I opened up your window earlier today too. Your window is open. You know that, right? You can just go right out your window. It is open. Hot spotted on the screen. Oh, that's my alarm going off. That's my second alarm for the other phone going off. Keep forgetting I got 2 of them. I don't remember I was in the store and somebody had that for a ringtone. Kind of tripped me up a little bit. 'Cause I'm thinking like, what the freak? Like, what? Am I asleep? Am I just waking up? Is this all a dream? Because this ringtone. Actually, not post office that happened. Here we go. In the post office. Yo, you run out of time, Danny. You need to hurry up and launch that paint so we can get it over here for testing. My voice is anxious about it. I can't wait. Now, remember I told you the ring was coming up dirty? Yeah. The ring is supposed to be clean, not dark. Oh, hooked around here. Come on now. Wires and cables and everything else on here. There we go. So, sorry people, my stand expands out and it literally hooks around everything on the floor. Let me get this out of here. There we go. Much better. See how clean the ring is supposed to be? It's not supposed to be dirty. So, let's do this the same way you did it. You did it with the lights out, right? And let's show lights up for lights up, okay? Now, if my screen's going to hotspot, it should have no problem hotspotting. That's a 4,000 lumen projector. We can have 5,000 to make sure your screen's on hotspot. I want to look at that one section in there. That's what I want to look at. We got what demonstration this is. This is the same one we got here. Or it's a different one. See how clean the color comes up? Boy, white levels have got to look disgusting on that screen. If you're getting those little black specks all over the screen, that's never good. Never good. Let me see if they got it on here. What I'm looking for. It's one of the girls playing the baseball. That's not it. Do this video a dozen times a day. Oh, is this it right here? Looks like the same one, just one came through. Let me see. Nope, that's not it. Looking for that one section in there. It's supposed to be clean, Jamie, not dirty. Making our product the wrong way. You don't even know what you're doing. But again, I'm going to give you the opportunity to do it again. So you have 3 more times to do it again. I know you don't want to, but you're going to have to do it. And teach you a valuable lesson. Next time, don't run your mouth on camera and act like you know something when you don't. So get it done. I'm waiting to see this video. I'm going to put pressure on you. I'm asking you every day. I'm asking you and giving you full permission to make that product. I want to see it. As for Solid Week 5, we'll be making yours today. I'll be putting you against this technology. Since you don't own my product and you don't buy it because you do fake unboxings, we'll put you against the real deal over here. Now, where is this video at? Nah, that's the other one. See this video every day and I cannot miss this video. Who makes this again? Let me see.
Alright guys, what is up? This scroll up to me.
That is so dirty. Man, the face is so dirty. I'm gonna find this video. When it's funny, the one stuff that I want, I can never find. Look how dirty and gritty the face is. Look at the hat. That is dirty. Very, very dirty. I don't know what's going on there. That is extremely dirty. Shouldn't have those black specks all over that. It's supposed to be clean. So where is this video at? Run into this video 100 times a day. When we need it, can't find it. Oh, never mind. He's not going to do that with the white level. He's trying to stay away from it as much as possible. Again, I'm on market. I'm telling you right there, full caps. I'm actually going to be posting your videos everywhere. Those side-by-side videos, we want to see this done. 3 times. You got 3 times to get it done. 3 more times. Don't back down now. Don't be afraid now. Get it done. Make the product. I want to see you make our product. Where is this video? It's funny because I'll be on here and I'll bump into it when we want it and when we don't want it. Is it Samsung that does this? Samsung 4K demonstrations. Not that one. Not that one. These are both the same. Why is it when I look for these demonstrations, when I'm in there, I don't get what I want? When I'm in here, we get everything. Almost everything. And again, I can't explain this enough. Why in the world are you showing contrast levels? You do know when we show off black screens, we show off a lot of heavy white levels because that's what you're supposed to do. You know why? To hide all the imperfections. That's why they do the contrast levels. Because the screen's not pulling a proper high white level. That's why they do the darker levels. Same thing with the gray screens. The gray screens, they basically do a lot of color. They don't do contrast because they know the screens can't pick up contrast, but they pick up somewhat of color. We know all this stuff. One time, I don't use, this video pops up in every single feed. The minute we want to use it, nowhere to be found. Watch it find it like later on there. Samsung OLED demonstrations. Maybe we can track it down here. I don't know. It should be in this right here. It literally should be in that, but it's not. That's definitely not it. I know all these were hard. There we go. Oh, we got it. I knew he was going to find that joker. Now let's see right here. Oh, this is not going to go well for you. This is going to go really bad, Jamie. Gee whiz. Your colors are so dirty. Oh, they're real dirty. All right. Right here. I'm going to show you how dirty your product came out. I got to unplug it, man. You may want to leave the room if you're basically a supporter. This is going to be bad. You see how dirty and gritty the image looks? Look at the hat. Look at the face. This is how bright your levels are supposed to be. Your levels are very, very dark. See? Dude, you can't make black paint. That's sad. Dude, that's really, really sad. You can't make black paint. Look at this. And look how dark her skin is here. I told you, your white levels are way too low. Extremely too low. Very, very low. That's why you're doing white levels. It's messed up. Your paint is way too dark. Now, I'm pretty sure that has to be the mixture with the silver and black, because again, black paint doesn't match your product. We did that demonstration already. We made it for you. We even added something extra that you didn't even have and still didn't work. I want to check something right here real quick. Oh my goodness, this is nasty. Hold on a minute. I'll show you in a few minutes. All right. I want you to see this right here. See these little gritty spots on her legs? See right there in the face? That's the paint that makes them well. Came up really, really gritty. Look at those gritty spots. That's not supposed to be there. I hate doing these demonstrations in the dark. I can never find remote controls correctly with the buttons. Oh, wrong remote control. 32 fire sticks on the table. Here we go. Yeah, right back at you. Gotta make these fire sticks basically backlit. All right, see that gritty dirt all over the legs right there? Matter of fact, I'll zoom up on that for you. There you go. See that gritty dirt right there? All on the legs right there? See how dirty that looks right there? That's supposed to be clean, not dirty. Do you see that, Jamie? Do you see that? See how clean that looks? See how dirty your product looks over here? What are these black specks all over her legs? What is that? Something didn't mix well. Yeah, you can see it all up in here. Dirty, gritty. See right there, that grit, that dirty grit look to it? Look right there. See how dirty and gritty that looks? That's not supposed to look like that. What the freak? Yep. Your paint is gritty. I mean, really gritty. I want to get a bigger shot or something. That's very dirty. Look right here. See right there? See those dirt spots? Right there, and right along there. Oh, no. We got to see that one. I'm going to have to slow this one down. Oh, we definitely have to break this thing down. This thing is really, really dirty. Hold on. What the freak is this? Are you kidding me? Look at the dirt in that. Look at the black spots and how gritty that looks. Jamie, we got to do a video separately on this one. Oh, and you hot spotted. You definitely hot spotted. Look at that. That's a hot spot right there. That's all hot spotting. Oh, we got to come back in. We got to come back in on this. Look at this. He hot spotted all over the screen. That's definitely a hot spot. Dag, on, man. I didn't really look at this. You hot spot is. Look how dirty and gritty it is. But look at all the dirt. What are these specks all in this yellow jersey? Look at this. That's awful. And then you hot spot it right there. Look at that. That's clearly a hot spot. Look. This is the color of what the jersey is supposed to be. See how clean it is? See that? You're going to have shine here, but you hot spot it. Why do you have all those little black spots? Oh, this is gold. This is absolutely gold. Okay. This is definitely gold. That is so dirty. You made my product. That's my product. Oh, we're going to put you sheep? You're going on blast. You're all going on blast. You literally just gave us ammunition. We're going to make a copy of this. This is definitely going to go missing. Literally, that paint, whatever he called himself making, look how dirty that looks. I'm definitely going to be posting this everywhere today. Lesson to be learned. If you want the real deal, you come to us and you buy from us. You don't go to jokers at the end of the day that can't even make proper grade paint. Literally sat there and it has black spots all over that jersey. Look at how dirty that looks. We'll be back. Definitely. Shit.